So what's her name gonna be? She's a runner. Why, it would appear that Mr. Scrappity is taking full advantage of his 2-wagon system. What? Mr. Scrappity, that's going to cost you $18,000 a year. Well, let's just hope we can pick up enough weight that it don't bend our scooter in half. Honestly though, did anybody really think I was going to buy a Chevrolet? Occasionally Mr. Scrappity gets the comment and they say like, hey, we like your channel because you keep it real, Mr. Scrappity. You're not one of these, you know, you make your videos to get views kind of guys. Well, if you want real, here's real. You can't have too many good things without catching some bad shit in your lap. Also, the things most easily ignored are the things most difficult to repair. Anyway, I got a new wagon today, and I was on my way to the parts store to acquire a couple of small parts that I could still afford, and I called back to the knackle, and we've just received word that the Reaper has lost her mother. Zool has passed away. So, I don't know. I'm gonna try to keep making videos, but I have to tend to her because she's already been going through a rough patch and she's gonna need me. So I will be here when I can be here, and when I'm not, it is because I cannot. So I tried to measure the muffler, right? Like, how do you measure a muffler? Just from side to side? It's almost 3, like 2 3/4. Is that a thing? Is that a real number? I don't know. I should have just like wrapped a piece of paper around it and took it out there like, here, it's this big around, my guy. Anyway, so I think we're just gonna flex pipe it out for now until we can find us some like real thick fence post or something. No, I'm just kidding. What do you think? Self-tappers and Teflon tape? I don't know. What do I look like? A real mechanic? Yeah. So we're gonna try to do what we can do. That's all we can do. Ever, right? Anyway, I'm rambling. The only flexi pipe they had was 2 1/8 inch. It's bigger than 2 1/8 inch. I think it's 2 1/2 inch at least. So I think it was actually 2 3/4, but I don't know if that's a real thing. I asked you guys, but nobody's replied yet. That's because you haven't seen it yet. Anyway, I bought some stuff. I got some brake pads, and I got a piece of solid tailpipe and some little connector dude and some clampy guys and some muffler tape. I figure if all else fails, let's just tape the damn thing together because we got to get out there on the road. Careful.
The other day, she was laughing about me snorting every time I laugh. Oh, and now my mom's dead.
Sit there in the truck. Sit up there. Don't take off on me.
Oh, I'm sad.
I know you're sad, baby doll. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. We got her out here with us. See, that is supposed to go from there down to here. And I bought this, which doesn't quite want to go on there, let alone is it quite long enough. Mechanicity, Scrappity at your service. I don't know, man. I just can't win for losing. I don't really know what to do. There's no way in the world I'm getting these bolts off of here. So the only thing I know to do is maybe cut it flush behind this or in front of this. I'm thinking behind it would be better, because then we would have this out of our way. And then the same thing up here, I think I'm going to have to cut in front of this. It does have the original dry shaft with this damn carrier bearing, dude. But it is what it is. Yeah, so let me see what I can manage to mangle in here. You guys might as well get used to running to the parts store, man. We bought a Ford. Yeah, we'll show him. Muffler action. I mean, it's not the best, but one of the clamps I bought was the wrong size, so I had to use that thing I had laying around here, but it's piped. Did I have another one? No, that's a 2 1/4. I needed 2 1/2. She runs quiet. I do want to get an air filter. I think we're going to need a new battery. I mean, this one turns over, but just from looking at it, I think I would like to purchase a new battery before too long. 4.6. The windshield wipers wasn't working earlier. I mean, they work, but it had no fluid. So it was completely empty. Let's see. Cool. Need some new blades. She needs a detail. We bought CarQuest for the back. Wagner's was on sale. 25 bucks for a set of Waggies. The good ones. So we'll put them on the front. No goodies. She comes fully tinted, although it is like, it's that peel and stick stuff. They did a way better job than Mr. Scrappity ever could have. So I think we're just going to leave that as is. I think the dude must have been an electrician, because there's some like electricity type stuff in the back. Yeah, I don't know. All right. We got her quieted down. 17s. She runs a little higher. This was one thing. These like, what do you call those? Fender flares? Whatever. This one was not attached when we bought the wagon. It's also missing this piece. So we're going to have to go to the end this one. This one I can live with. I'd like to get this piece. Yeah, hold on. So I went ahead. The back on this side did have that fender flare. It happens to be sitting right there, because I extracted it from my wagon. That way it's got them in the front, but not in the back. These things are just like pop them on chromies. They're not alloys or anything. There's a little smushy spot on that sidebar, but they're solid. The rockers are not bad. That's what the damn rails are attached to. It's got a decent set of Kellys on it. Ohio no longer requires front plates, so we'll take that hunk of plastic off there. I don't know. What do you think? Comes cicada ready. Oh, he didn't make it now, did he? Yeah, I don't know. Thanks for watching my ads. Hope you continue to do so. Thanks for choosing my channel. And I don't know. I gotta get back inside. But anyway, you guys are awesome. Stay awesome. That's not my line though, but I'm using it. Anyway, I'm happy. Can you tell? Kind of pulled in a lot of directions at the moment. I had to get out the pipe wrench and like twist on them damn pipes down there to get them to go together. And, had to use a jack too because it was kind of saggy in the middle, so I lifted them up and then twisted and turned until they went together. I don't know. I'm a mechanic. I did what I had to do. Who's not a mechanic? Man, she must not have had pads for a while because she squirted some. She's a squirter. Oh man, where'd my towel go? And we lost a set of thermals in the process. Man, Scrappity had to come out. It's toasty out here already. I was a bit frustrated. These got these damn springies. I'm not used to playing with the springies, and like it took me forever to get these things on. And then like once I finally did, I'll be damned if like the springs don't just try to force all your work right apart there. But we got brakes. She could probably use rotors, but other than that, I mean, she's got factory sway bar length. All the suspension seems to be alrighty. I did try to grease up that. I put a little grease on that damn. I've had to replace that. My original 04, we had to replace that, whatever they call that. That little short section of steering linkage in there. Anyway, okay, I'm gonna put her back together. That's what was on there. Thinking it was due for a changing. And so that's what we did. You're a hoarder. You hoard Fords. You're a Forder. Anyway, I suppose it's gonna look something like this. I cannot get the red one backed in with the silver one here. It's still the silver one. She doesn't have a name yet. I heard something about Hi-Yo Silver, so it had me thinking, but that's all I've been doing is thinking. Been doing a lot of thinking. They look good together, don't they? 2 generations. Yeah, I can't cut her hard enough to get her. I ain't got enough wiggle room to get her backed in here with this one in the way. If we could get this one pulled up just a little bit more, just a skosh. If we could get us a skosh. But that's all we got left here is about a skosh. So, yeah. Some moron put this big tent up in the way. Or else we could have just... What do you think was here? Look. There's a little spot right here. There's a little spot right here. I was thinking I might trip and fall and break my leg. I was thinking it was some of them. For deers, you know? Maybe. I don't know. But yeah, I think what we're going to do is we're going to keep the workhorse here because she's basically what got us where we are. And without you guys, there'd be none of this. So whatever you're doing right now, stop and take a bow. Because you deserve it. Mr. Scrappity give you standing ovation. I would clap, but I only have one hand. And I ain't smacking my wagons. Yeah, so we're probably going to get this one turned around eventually here. And then, instead of throwing the steel, which I guess we won't need. I was thinking, like, where are we going to pile stuff up? But we won't need to pile stuff up because we can just pile the steel right into the wagon. Keep it off the ground, you know what I'm saying? And, yeah. And then we'll just keep packing the knackle the way we do. I would like to, like I said, I took that one plastic thing off of this side because it was missing on the other. The big guy was like, oh, I wouldn't do that. You don't know what you're going to expose there. But I was like, well, it couldn't be no worse than the other side. I would like to get another can of the Bondo and actually like sand her down and do a halfway decent job, possibly. Any of you guys feel free to re-sticker me. And there's a junkyard up the road here in Milford we need to get to, and I'm going to try to find a piece of this plastic for that side. Just because, if all else fails, we'll just paint it black. I seen a red door. Anyway. Yeah. They must have hauled some heavy stuff at one time, because I seen it, like, just gouged that liner. And it's pretty thick, dude, so, like, you gotta be fairly heavy and sharp to do that. We're missing a bolt over there on that one lockdown strappy ratchet guy. But I tell you what, you don't often use those things once you have the boards of mini tie downs. Once you throw up your monkey bars, then you don't have to worry about those little guys. Yeah, I don't know. I drove home in front of the big guy, and I like just changing lanes on the highway and trying to get him. And when I got here, I was like, "Was all my signals working?" And he was like, "I think so." I was like, "Yeah, you weren't even looking, were you?" He probably didn't see us. It was probably just a silver streak going by. Yeah, I would like to get some silver and maybe touch up where they... I mean, I'm no mechanic, but I think I can color match a little better than that. Woohoo! Nope. Yeah. So, we still got to do the back brakes, but I kind of had me a time with the front, so we're going to take a little break and recuperate. Some people say, well, you just got used to that 8-foot box, didn't you? We worked with 6.5 for the longest time, so I think we'll do all right. 04 is when they switched. It has a deeper bed than this one, so you'd be surprised what that little bit of room makes. A washer and dryer will sit down in there a little more snuggy than they do one of these. It's a hair taller just because she's got bigger tires. But anyway, these are my wagons. There are many others like them, but these are mine. Another thing, I don't know what in the world kind of gorilla put these lug nuts on here, but Mr. Scrappity, he only puts them on with 114 Scrappity foot-pounds. And this is a lot more than that. Like a scary amount. Almost to where you just gotta kind of... Like, I'm almost afraid of snapping them, you know? So I'm just kind of... There we go. They're tight. And when they're that tight, you just kind of gotta ease it. Well, there's what was on the back side. It sounded a little crunchy on the maiden voyage back to the knuckle. That's because there were no front brakes and there were no back brakes. But anyway, we got it done, mechanic or not. And we got the new one sitting out in the driveway. So I'm gonna try to finagle this one around and see if we can't get her butt where her nose is currently. That's kind of how I picture it, or pictured it. See, with it spun around like that. And then we can back the other one up in here and dump stuff out and then separate it a little bit and then just load this one up and maybe, I don't know, do you think that'll work? Insert Jefferson's theme music. So I left all my gear in Ginger, right? I brought like 3 ropes. I brought 3 strings, and we got 5 co-pilots, and we're just gonna see what we can do. See what we can throw in the back of this sled on our maiden voyage here. You with us? I ain't even got a strap, man. We're just winging it today. We got a sink and a fold-em up chair. Let's load something up. I want the butcher block thing. What's that looking like? Oh, it's thicker than what we need. Thought we might have had some new sideboards. You got a grill and that buffet thing or island, whatever you want to call it. Okay.
What did you get?
What? No, I was looking. They had some timber out there. We was looking at it.
Timber.
Some wood. We're gonna make some boards.
Like the phones? Did you get some?
I think we're gonna have to have the power steering looked at.
This is mine.
It's kind of. At times it's fine, then at times it's got them knots in it.
Minecraft.
I don't know.
Like.
I don't know if it's power steering or if it's that steering linkage thing. I don't know. Well, I look like a mechanic. Man, we need a ginger wagon out here. The streets are paved with scraps today. I guess we can take the fan too. Let's lose this shade. I don't even have my nips or anything. I do got a pocket knife, so I'll probably throw you guys down here and cut this cord off. I guess we'll just look at all the scoops today. Look, that one's got a big tall chimney stacker on it. That's kind of cool. That'd make a good old fire pit / fire barrel / burn, keep you warm sort of bucket in the winter time, wouldn't it? See how I kind of gotta, sometimes we gotta rough it around there because this wheel's sort of stiff. There's some patio chairs, big lounger styles. I don't know, man. We're just being real selective out here today. It's gonna take us a minute. We gotta get operational in this here wagon. Plus, we might have to send this wagon off to get looked at, and I don't know when and how I'm gonna afford to do that. We'll have to get Ginger back out here and produce some funds. I hear you. Hold on. I'm talking to them. Okay, we gotta put them back up now.
What day is it?
Man, there's piles out here everywhere.
I'm gonna quickly save.
Patio sets. Let's go see what they look like. I don't know, a little rusted. All in all, I think maybe a sale. Could use repainting. Found a big, what do you call it? Found a big grip of cat wire, and I don't know what's in there, a telescope or something like that, I don't know. My first science kit. I would imagine, given the scale of the houses in this neighborhood, that stuff right there is either antique or expensive. What's that? It looks like 3 trimmers and a skateboard. Eee, look, somebody did a kickflip and then had a big bite of it.
Get me out now.
I am. Some dude with an F-150 in his driveway threw out some floor mats.
Hey, you didn't make the spring like squeaky.
Yeah, I know, I will. Is this a cargo net? Those don't look like F-150 floor mats though, do they? Yes, I'm getting you, Bubba.
Where's that?
A Ford product. Explorer? Does it say? I don't know. I'm gonna guess Explorer. Do I have a cargo net? I do now. Anyway, we got some of these guys.
No, you're not trying anything out. You're trying to try something out, Bestie.
Little hooky doodle things.
Bestie, you
Done.
won't let me pick them up.
Come on over here, outro man. No, there's the outro man back there. No. Let's see. It's not going to be this one, is it?
Come on.
Is it? Is it this one? Well, that ain't much ado about nothing there, is it?
How about a few minutes?
That's what I'm talking about. Getting this stuff out of here. They got tackies in my car already. They're tackies.
They are pretty tacky, but they're talkies.
Yeah, same thing.
Mikey's got
Tomato. Scoops. Yeah, sorry we didn't film much. Like I said, all my gear's in the other wagon. I was definitely ill prepared for today, but and I didn't really want to leave her here. I begged her to ride with us, but she stayed here. She took a nap. I don't know. A little bit of quiet's probably good for her, I guess. That'll work. You guys have literally been in here one trip.
I'm in the car now.
There's that baseball we found. It's from the Marines. Is that from like a... Man, they put that damn tire shine on there when I got this thing, and it's been slinging it all up through the wheel well there. It looks like something's leaking, but it's not. Or it slung it all over the wheel well there. You know what I was looking at? This thing's supposed to have two 35-70s. It's got two 65-70s. So it's got... Yeah, them's the old ones. I bought some wiper blades today. Do you think it's just these big giant tires that are... I'm coming. That make it steer kind of like it's a big giant wagon, maybe? Do you think if we put some 35s on there, she'd sit a little lower for starters and maybe drive a little better? We're gonna have to run these out though, because they're not horrible yet. Anyway, I gotta get in there. If you guys want to drop her some like comments there, feel free.
Hi, outro.
Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked it, punch the like button in the face like a boss. And I was still over.